I know this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Beast Must Die, 1974. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. This is going to be another Adrian mention. I thought I was going to dislike this, but a lot of the scenes are very dark, and the werewolf is actually some mangy dog from the junkyard. But the rich black dude on his estate, Calvin Lockhart, um, he's determined to find a werewolf, so he's locked up with all these 8 people or so on his estate so that he can finally kill the beast. He tries to trick them into grabbing a silver candlestick. Then Peter Cushing is in it, who played a couple horrible Doctor Who movies, by the way. He's like the unknown doctor from outside the TV show. I actually had one of his Doctor Who movies, Peter Cushing, on VHS back in the late 80s, man. And I watched it and I thought, wow, this is way worse than the television Doctor Who. But yeah, this is going to be one of those so bad that it's good type movies. Marlene Clark is in it. Remember her from Ganja and Hess? And you got Anton Diffring from Fahrenheit 451. Nice cast. Calvin Lockhart is kind of in the beginning when he's talking about, keeps going on and on about Wolfsbane and werewolves, and Peter Cushing kind of plays along with it. He believes in this werewolf stuff too. He's supposed to be an expert on it, like an actual doctor, but he sounds more like a quack in the beginning. Story starts to pick up towards the end, I think, half an hour or so. Things start to pick up. It's got a groovy 70s kind of music background. Nice touch. And, it's gothic horror, Peter Cushing. What else can I say? When the moon is full, the beast must die. That's what the movie poster says. And Calvin Lockhart actually says it towards the end. Tonight, the beast must die. Something like that. I posted links to the movie in the trailer in the description box if you want to check them out. I posted the much longer Svengoolie version. I think it's got commercials in it too from Me TV. But the version that I watched was an extremely low budget production, filmed on a Sony camcorder in Indiana somewhere. It's called the movie with Wolfie in association with Sluggo's Strange Tales. So that was kind of amusing. I actually sat through that. Tortured myself watching Wolfie doing house chores in between cleaning materials commercials from the 60s and the 80s, I think. So it's PG. There's a little bit of blood and not much else going on. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty decent little creature feature. One of these 8 people were turned into a werewolf, Can you guess who it is when we stop the film for the werewolf break? See it, solve it, but don't tell. Oh yeah, there's a werewolf break about an hour and 20 minutes into this, I think. And the producer hated the idea of a werewolf break gimmick where the viewer was invited to guess who the werewolf is. You got like 30 seconds to guess. Of course, I guessed wrong. I only had a 12 to 13% chance of guessing it right. I thought it was going to be either Peter Cushing or the Peter Frampton look-alike dude. But I guess wrong. I don't want to spoil the ending, but it was neither one of those. So you have 6 more guesses. I helped you along. Low budget horror film. It's kind of like an Agatha Christie type murder mystery. The acting is wooden. It's like watching Space 1999. Oh, that's one more thing that I want to say. In addition to Doctor Who and Dark Shadows, I could watch Space 1999 and The Prisoner. Those are the other 2 TV shows that I really love from the 60s and 70s. No real clues are given to help us figure out the identity of the werewolf. So it's strictly a matter of guessing, like I said. And everybody touches the silver candlestick, but one of them has like plastic coating on his hand or something. They actually explained that part. That part had me scratching my head, actually. And the guy's like got his house set up like Big Brother or candid camera. He's got cameras in the trees and in the dirt, kind of sensors in the dirt. It's kind of hard to believe that such an elaborate technology existed in 1974. You can't even get that kind of camera security nowadays. So, kind of a cheesy, corny PG horror flick. But I ended up liking it at the end. I thought it had a satisfying ending. Pretty decent. And like I said, I thought I was going to dislike it, but I ended up liking it anyway. So thanks for the recommendation, Adrian. One thing I forgot to do in my last video was to go through what's coming down the pike. So I'm going to do that section of my video right now. I already listed all the names for Adrian, but I'll try to add a few for next week. Try to predict what Netflix is going to send me. Of course, they won't send me what I predict anyway, but I'll just give you a long list of Netflix stuff on my queue. And then I'll probably get like 1 or 2 of them if I'm lucky. Alright, I gotta wait for Netflix to come up, but I wanted to take the time, since I neglected to do that last Sunday. I think I was in a hurry to get my son going back to his dungeon. His mother gave him a really tight mask, child abuse, but he's not too happy about that. Okay, so right now, tomorrow, well, I take that back. So today's the 20th. If I'm lucky, I might get these tomorrow, but I'll probably get them Thursday instead. Chinatown After Dark, 1931. The Chinese Connection, 1972. The Chocolate War, 1988. So I'm in the C section of my Netflix queue. And as I mentioned to Adrian, I'm not going to load up the bottom of my queue and take out all the fancy directors from the bottom of my queue. Since I'm coming up on Doctor Who in the Psychotronic video guide, I'm just going to wait a few months before I start adding Doctor Who stuff like I would normally do under normal circumstances, instead of deleting all these videos in my queue of the prolific directors. Not prolific, but dynamic, I guess. Okay. So next week I'm looking to get Chopping Mall. I mentioned that one to Adrian. Garbage Can Film Man had a review up at one point. I don't know if he took it down, of Chopping Mall. But when I go to, that's 1986 movie, by the way, Chopping Mall. When I search for a Garbage Can Film Man, here we go. He's got 67 videos. Watching poopy movies with me while listening to my wretched voice. All right. So when I go to his channel, click on videos, he's got all this Eric Freeman stuff. Garbage Day, from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, and he's got Naked Blood. That looks interesting. Oh, Chopping Mall. Here we go. I will send the link to Chopping Mall to Adrian in the comments section. The Garbage Can Film Man review of Chopping Mall. Okay. Then after that, I've got two versions of A Christmas Carol, the 1938 version. Reginald Owen. And then the 1951 version, Alistair Sim. Then after that, I've got the 1984 version of A Christmas Carol, George C. Scott. Then I've got Christmas Evil. Then I've got to sit through A Christmas Story, which is on TV every Christmas. And I don't know. So I'll be in the Christmas section of my Netflix queue next week. Chopping Mall and two versions of A Christmas Carol. Cool. I'm going to send that Chopping Mall YouTube video, Garbage Can Film Man, to Adrian, because that one is only 53 seconds, and it's quite pithy. Cool. Whatever happened to Garbage Can Film Man? He had a kid, and then he was big-time Trump supporter, and then he disappeared. I guess he can't be doing movie reviews while he has a kid, but I proved that I could do it with my son, so I don't know what his deal is. But I've got Gas, 1970, their AIP flick, Chop Saki Chooks. I think that's 2008. I got a lot of episodes to watch on those, man. I might not get through those until after Thanksgiving with my son. Thanksgiving weekend, the long weekend. Then I've got Cracker Jack. I think that's 94. Christopher Plummer. That's another Karate Man recommendation. Karate Man corrected me on my last video about Patrick Swayze's brother. He always knows more about these action movies than I do, so he has to correct me from time to time. Cool. All right. Then I've got The Shark Hunter, 1979. That's Adrian mentioned. The Children, 1980, another Adrian mention. Oh, Chops Saki Chooks was another Adrian mention. Wuthering Heights, 1970, that's AIP. And then Blake 7, another Adrian mention. You know, I used to see Blake 7, and I had the hots for the short-haired villain in that. And Terry Nation even wrote for Doctor Who, but I never watched Blake 7 after Doctor Who. I don't know why. It looks like pretty good dystopian sci-fi stuff. So in hindsight, I was missing out, just like I missed out on the Singaporean actress with Man Against the Mob, the Chinatown Murders. Wow. That was eye candy when I saw that. Holy cow. Anyways, I'm going over 17 minutes. I had half day today. The tire pressure sensor light came on again this morning. I thought I had a flat tires, so I took a half day off again. Left work at 10:30 a.m. to go to the tire store. They just said the tires are fine. They're like 30 pounds per square inch air pressure. You just go to the gas station, fill them up, and just top them off a little bit, and the light sensor will go away. Sure enough, I did that, and it worked. I went to Shell at Tampa, and they wouldn't charge me money, but the air wasn't working on the machine, only the water. So I go to Chevron, and it says California law requires free air and water. Wow. The benefits of socialism. So instead, you're in California. So instead of paying hundreds of dollars to replace my tire, I end up paying $0 for putting air in my tires. Dodged the bullet on that one, but I still got my Jiffy Lube coupon. I got to go in to rotate the tires, get oil change, and then change the transmission fluid. So that's going to cost me a pretty penny. But I was thinking, when I saw that low tire pressure light thingy, oh man, I got to pay hundreds of dollars for new tires. And then while I'm there, I might as well get full inspection and change the transmission fluid. But I didn't do any of that, so I still might be good to save to put $1,000 in my Robinhood account this Friday when I get 2 paychecks. So that'll be good. I was complaining about how my Robinhood account tanked. Now it's slowly creeping up again. I think it gained about $500 in 1 week. So it's doing good. It's back on the uptick, which is good. I'm up to 17,500. My goal this year is 20,000 in my Robinhood. So I've got 2,500 to go. Only 2 months and 2 weeks to do it. So, they invited me to participate in something. Oh, it's Robinhood's third quarter earning Q&A. I think I'll pass on that. But this video's taken way too long. So the good news is that I'm able to get through these movie reviews faster when I take a half day off to do what I really love to do, which is reviewing movies. Nice. And I got all my grocery shopping out of the way. Got to take a little nappy poo. But I forgot to get frozen fruits for my smoothies. So I'll have to do that on the way to picking up my son after I watch Little Big Gas. 1970. I'm in the 1970 section of my AIP list. And then I've got various Adrian Karate Man recommendations interspersed between. Cool. I'm using my hands, body language like a review bra. Munching on a Popeyes wrapper-themed chicken sandwich or something. Maybe I should do that. I'll get more viewers. But we like the cult movie fans. All 3 of them. All 4 of them. Now with Professor Quiz chiming in from time to time. Laters.